What's going on? What's going on? It's Lady Dre, and welcome to Healing Sessions. Okay, so listen, we're gonna do a little story time real quick, and really it's going to we'll get there. But listen, so the story time. Okay, so really quick. Okay, so I was taking care of some business, and I had to, I ran into the gas station, right? Was I getting gas? I can't remember why I went into the gas station, but I went into the gas station. Went in the gas station, and there was this car parked next to me, and, so I get out, whatever, go in the store, I come back out. Okay, so as I come back out to get in my car, a gentleman stops me and he's like, let me see you smile. So, first of all, listen, ladies, we already know, like, that's the corniest pickup line. And not only that, but it's like, my thing is like, I can be deep in thought. I don't have to be smiling every single time, like, I am having a moment with myself. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't smile with myself, not to say that I don't smile, but you know what I'm saying? Just to, like, you know what I'm saying? I was deep in thought. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be smiling when I'm deep in thought. So, I gave a quick little, and he's like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, like, you're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, now mind you, like, no shade to myself, but you know what I'm saying? It was early in the morning, and so it wasn't like I was, like, done up. You know what I'm saying? I just had some basic clothes on. Like I said, I was running in and running out, because I had to take care of something that morning, and really it didn't even need for me to even get out. So it was just really just me taking care of something, and then I went to the gas station, blah, blah, blah. I was still, like, presentable, but it wasn't like, it was not, okay? So, yeah, so the gentleman's like, yeah, you're so beautiful, blah, 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 whatever, like, what I'm saying, what you up to? So I'm like, what I'm saying, I'm just pretty much about to take over the world, what's new? And so, so he's like, yeah, what's your name? So we exchange names or whatever. So then I'm like, how old are you? So he's like, he's 50 years old. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, how old are you? And I'm like, I'll be 42 next month. So he's like, oh, okay, blah, 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 whatever. So he's like, can we exchange numbers? He was like, put my number in your phone. And I was like, well, how about this? You can call me, and then we can go from there. So, you know what I'm saying? I give him my phone number or whatever. And he immediately calls me. Of course, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I guess, I don't know, to make sure, like, that was the number or whatever. I don't know. But, so we exchanged numbers or whatever, and, well, not exchange numbers, but he, you know what I'm saying, he calls me or whatever, so then I have his number, so we locked in or whatever. So that was pretty much it, right? So then, later on throughout the day, he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying, what you about to get into? And I'm like, I was about to go to this, auditorium. And so he was like, oh, okay. He's like, well, you know what I'm saying, I can meet up with you. And I'm like, well, first of all, I'm like, how do you just invite yourself? Like, I don't know you, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted, yes, I gave you my phone number or whatever, but, like, let somebody invite you, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, set up a date, you know what I'm saying? You just don't be just inviting yourself to stuff. So, to me, that was kind of like a red flag, right? So, I was like, well, I haven't had extra tickets. So I was like, if you want to go, I had extra tickets, whatever. So, he was like, all right, bet. He was like, well, I'm about to handle something or whatever, and then I'll give you a call closer to that time that we're going to meet up or whatever. So, I was like, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? That was that. Well, I'm still going to go on by my day because, you know what I'm saying? First of all, like I said, I just met you. I'm not pressed for no dude. You know what I'm saying? I definitely enjoy great company. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy people that I can learn from, whether male or female. I love learning, you know what I'm saying? So, I enjoy that kind of time. So I called him and he didn't answer the phone. So I was like, okay. I was like, and to me, like, again, but being mindful that, again, you don't have to work out of your wounding, right? But be mindful, And so he didn't answer the phone or whatever. And then, so I was like, all right, bet. So I texted him. I was like, hey, I gave you the wrong address for the place. If you still, want to meet up, just let me know, whatever. This is why I text him, right? So I go on by my business. I go on to the place or whatever. And mind you, when he was asking about the place initially, he was like, oh, is it by such and such? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And so I'm like, so he knew where the place was, right? So anyway, long story short, so so I get to the place or whatever, and I'm like, so by this time, as I'm about to park, he calls me back. So I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm like, I'm already here. He's like, yeah, well, I'm still handling something, so I'm just gonna have to probably meet up with you later. So I was like, so right there, that was red flag number 2. But again, it was just interesting because, when you've been in situations where you have completely ignored the red flags, where you have, and strictly out of just, not even desperation, but the desire to just want to be with somebody, right? Not even thinking about the caliber, not even thinking about, who they are, anything, We were, and like I said, we were meeting at a public place, so it wasn't even on no, like, you definitely wasn't knowing where I live, all that stuff, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I was like, okay, whatever, bet. So I go to the arbitorium. Nice. I had an amazing time. I really enjoyed myself. And that initially was my goal anyway, was so I really enjoyed time with myself. You know what I'm saying? So I had an amazing time. I was out there for a few hours, did some trails, looked at some flowers, took pictures, took photos, took videos. Like, it was a really good time. Like, just having me time, you know what I mean? So, that was that, you know what I'm saying? So I leave. So as I'm leaving, I leave, whatever. So then I leave there. I go get some lunch, and I do that or whatever. So I eat, just chill for a little bit or whatever. And I was already on the side of town where I had to take care of something else. So I was like, I might as well just stay on this side of town. So I stay on the side of town, and so I get a message, and he's like, yeah, hey, beautiful. Like, again, and listen, listen, who doesn't love compliments? You know what I'm saying? I just want to be clear. Who doesn't love compliments? However, like, it's one thing when somebody's always just, like, leading off, and I don't want to sound, because I know people could be like, well, don't you want somebody to tell you, like, you're pretty? Like, I'm like, but I tell myself that I already know that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a thin line between, like, when somebody buttering you up and when somebody, like, genuinely is just giving you compliments. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? So, not that I have to hear it all the time, but it's something about when it's just like you just laying it on thick. You know what I'm saying? So, he's like, yeah, beautiful. I hope you had a, good afternoon, blah, blah, blah. Just really, it's just gassing me up for real. Like, straight gassing me up. So, and mind you, again, like I said, I wasn't even like popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, that morning. It was just like, I was in some regular degular. So, anyway. So, so he messages me or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I had a good time, blah, blah, blah. It was straight, blah, 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 whatever. So then he texts me again, and, it's like, just a real slick, like, just smooth, like, my day is going, but I know it'll be better once when I can see you, and just like, and I'm just like, just, you know what? Okay. So, I don't get a chance to text him back because I'm driving, handling stuff or whatever. So when I finally get home, I call him, and again, he doesn't answer the phone. So that was like red flag number 3, maybe 4 by this time, like 4 or 5 to be straight up. You know what I'm saying? So, So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I'm not, because I can remember there was a time years ago where if that would happen, I would have been feeling away, like, oh, what's wrong with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, like, why you ain't answering the phone? Like, and then automatically you go back to, especially if you've been cheated on, or if you've done the cheating, you know what I'm saying? You just know how that works when somebody can't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that people don't be busy, because people be busy. You know what I'm saying? But again, you make time for what you make time for. You know what I mean? And by this time, it's already been twice that I've called your phone and you made it like you was like, you know what I'm saying, you free and available, but then I've called you and you haven't been able to answer the phone. So right there, for me, that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Granted, if you are busy or if you're a businessman, but you're not a businessman. I'm like, let's just be straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you are an entrepreneur and you know what I'm saying, you do your whatever you do on the side, but you like, you're not, you don't work a 9 to 5, you're not, you know what I'm saying, in meetings, you know. And not even saying that entrepreneurs don't be in meetings, because they do, you know what I'm saying, but he was free. Right? And which led me to believe, just even with the, you know what I'm saying, oh, I can meet you up at the place. So boom. So that was that. So then he as soon as like I call, and he texted me back immediately, and he's like, yeah, like, can I call you right back? So boom, I don't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm still not tripping. I'm, you know what I'm saying, getting relaxed, you know, just getting settled in. So like I said, I just got home, because it's now like late evening, like, you know, about 6, 7. So he calls me back or whatever, and so this is like, now we're finally like being able to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We had a small conversation when we first met, and then even when he initially called me, you know what I'm saying, the conversation was like real, just kind of brief too. Excuse me. And so, bless me. So the conversation was kind of real short too. Anyway, so we talking or whatever, and bless me. So we talking, and so I'm just at a space. Listen, at 41, I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing with you. I'm not about to, you know, do ring around the rosies. We're not doing that. We're not in elementary school. I'm about to just go. I'm listening. Woo, bless me. So, woo, my nose. So I'm not about to do no cut cards with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So already now you've already shown me that there's a few red flags, and I'm about to go ahead and I've already observed the situation. Now I'm about to go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, go straight to the horse's mouth. So I'm like, so what's going on with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you, now granted, again, see, this is the thing. When years ago, when a person asked me for my number, I would assume that they were single. Obviously, right? Because if you're asking for somebody's number, if you're trying to engage with somebody, you would assume that people will be single, right? However, I've come to understand over time that my immediate reaction was like, are you married? Are you with somebody? You know what I'm saying? So, and it would kind of seem like I was kind of coming off like, just like, not bitter, but just like, you know what I'm saying, just not even sure of myself, you know what I'm saying? So, so that was that. So you know what I'm saying? So even when talking to him this morning before I gave him my number, it was, you know what I'm saying, it was definitely like surface talk, you know what I'm saying? You know, but at the same time, like, that wasn't my go-to of like, are you married? Are you? Because I was like, again, I'm giving a person the benefit of the doubt, and like, you know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, if you're a grown-ass man, why are you and ask me for my number? Then, you know what I'm saying, again, I'm to assume that you are, you know, single, right, and available. So anyway, so we went back, fast forward to the evening. So we on the phone. I'm like, so what's the deal? I'm like, because I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I'm like, you know, like, are you with somebody? I said, because you're giving off that vibe that you're with somebody. And he was like, so he immediately goes to, man, I really hate being honest. I said, you hate being honest. I said, see right there, right here. This ninja, listen, you hate being honest. I said, So he goes on to say how, you know what I'm saying, he in a relationship, and I was like, well, first of all, why? I said, so why are you asking me for my phone number? If you have somebody, if you are in a situation with somebody, why are you, I said, how often do you just step out on your partner? You know, I mean, not often, you know what I'm saying? Like, I said, okay, well, when was the last time? It was about like 6 or 7 months ago. I was like, what? I said, so what are y'all, like, y'all girlfriend, boyfriend, y'all, you married? Like, what's the, like, no, I'm married. What? So now I'm in a space, I'm not even mad. I'm more so just like amused that you have the audacity to even fix your face to ask me to even like anything. Like, what do I look like? You know what I'm saying? And granted, there was a time where, like, you know what I'm saying, it was just like, if you had somebody on the side, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I would entertain you a little bit, because, but I also had to learn from that. You know what I'm saying? And just what it, like, and it wasn't even so much that you had somebody on the side, but you'll do this whole, like, you know what I'm saying, I got friends, like, you got what? You got what? So anyway, so yeah, I'm like, I said, so I was like, I said, listen, let me tell you something. I said, I said, listen, no shade to you. No shade to you. I was like, but I'm in a space where I'm not even about that life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And furthermore, like, why are you entertaining other people outside of your marriage? So he goes on to this whole spiel about, you know what I'm saying, like, this is his second marriage, and how, you know what I'm saying, how he just can't find himself being alone, and, you know, they've been together for 11 years. 11 years. And you've had multiple side chicks, you know what I'm saying? And you're going on and on about how, you know what I'm saying, your side chicks have been just so amazing, and they were just so top tier and top of the line, and I'm sitting here just like, again, still not trying to judge him, you know what I'm saying? Because I know myself, I've been there. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, so I said, so why are you still in the relationship if you want to, like, go outside of that? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, because, you know, we just, you know, we've been together for, you know, a long time, and how, you know, it's just, you know, it's just they trying to work things out. I'm like, but how you trying to work things out if you steady trying to pick up people? You know what I'm saying? So he's like, you know, I was like, he's like, yeah, you know, you right. And I'm sitting here like, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is the reasoning behind you wanting to, what's the reasoning? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you stay in a situation? And again, not promoting him to leave, but again, just because I've been in this situation, I've been in situations where I've stayed in situations off the strength of because we were comfortable together, right? Because, oh, I didn't want to be by myself. Oh, because, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the reason, right? And it's like, why keep yourself in a situation where you're miserable, where you're not happy, where you're not being respected, where you're not respecting the other person? Like, why even do that to yourself? Why do that to the other person? Like, it's life is too short to be sitting there wasting your time, you know what I'm saying, doing all that. So, so he was like, yeah, you know, I don't want to be alone. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a 50-year-old man, right? A 50-year-old man saying that you don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So then he goes on to say, like, he goes on to say how if he was single, it would be more difficult because he would have more hoes. So now, by this time, now I'm just like, I gotta let you have it. Like, I gotta let you have it. You know what I'm saying? Because not only is you playing with me, you playing with your wife, and you playing with yourself. And you grown as hell. And I guess that's the frightening thing about the whole situation was that you 50. I told him, I said, I could expect it if it was somebody half your age. I said, but you 50 years old still playing these games. I said, come on, at some point, like, you have to want better for yourself. At some point, you have to want more for yourself. And let alone, like, you sitting here, like, you can, and then, hold on. Then this fool gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I told my other side chicks, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not sleeping with my wife, right? I'm not sleeping with her, you know what I'm saying? So we can do whatever we gonna do, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like go out on a date or something, like, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. Just let you know. So you're telling me that you got a whole wife at home and you want me to tell you when I'm going out on a date? I said you definitely have lost your mind. And I said, I can't believe that there's women out there that have entertained you. And he was like, yes, like, and he was dead ass serious. And I was just in shock because for a few reasons, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because not only of his age, but he really thought that he was going to just be able to, like, add me to his roster. You thought because you were going to tell me how pretty I am that I was going to just be like, oh, because he told me I'm pretty. Oh, because what? Like, you met your match. You met your match because, listen, let me explain something to you. I'm not harder for no man. Understand? I've had plenty of relationships. I've been married before, so I understand. But I'm not in a space right now in my life where I'm so desperate for a man that I'm going to just accept any and everything. I've been alone for a long time, and I will continue that until the right man comes along. But I'm not going to just sit here and again invest and cultivate a relationship with somebody because I'm lonely. No, we're not doing that. Like, we healing over here. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let him know. I was like, at some point, you got one better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I said, so then, of course, you know, I was like, so I said, so do your wife know that you be like, oh, no. So then you're not being all the way honest. You're not being all the way honest. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I was really just surprised because I was like, it's people out here still doing that. And granted, like I said, I've been out of the dating scene for a long time, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting that it was just interesting because it was just like, wow, like, you so careless with your life. You so careless with your wife's life. You know what I'm saying? Your wife's life that. And just think if I was that type of a woman, you know what I'm saying, where I haven't healed, where I haven't evolved, and I'm just like, oh yeah, because I you know, I just want to be with somebody. I just want to be held. I want somebody to tell me how beautiful I am. Like, what? Like, I'll pass. Like, I'll hold off on the person that's supposed to be for me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, so that was that. So, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much, like, gave him a rundown, like, you know what I'm saying? You tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? At some point, like, you should be tired of that. You should be tired of doing that. You should be tired of living your life like that. You should be, I said, furthermore, I said, what if you met somebody that was really supposed to be for you? That really was, like, somebody that was going to, like, really genuinely bring something to your life? You know what I'm saying? I said, you just miss out on your blessing because of what? Because you want to play? Because you rather still be comfortable in a situation because they take care of you? Because you ain't got to do nothing because nothing's required of you? You're not ready for no committed relationship. You're not even ready for your own relationship that you're in right now. So that was that or whatever. So I pretty much was like, that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, again, no shade to you. And I said, I'm not coming from a judgmental place, but it's just coming from a space of, I've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? And I've had to deal with the consequences of, one, you know what I'm saying, being a cheater, but also two, being cheated on. I've had to deal with those consequences. You understand what I'm saying? And I've worked very hard, you know what I'm saying, not only to heal aspects of myself that were wounded, that felt like that was okay to do, that felt like I, you know what I'm saying, wasn't enough, you know what I'm saying, that felt like I wanted to beat you before you got me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do the work. And now I'm in a space where I don't have to harm you or do anything to you. If I don't want to be with you, I won't be with you. You're not gonna make me do something I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stay in a situation that I'm not being nurtured, you know, cultivated, you know what I'm saying, loved, appreciated. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that also has a lot to do with your level of respect for me. And you don't have no respect for me or yourself or your wife. So I'm just letting you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Again, no shade to you, no shade to your life and what you're doing, but you have to want better for yourself. So, so then that was kind of like the conversation, whatever. So then, so that was that, whatever. So he was like, yeah, he was like, I'm gonna call you right back. So, all right, then I was like, I'm going ahead and wrap this up because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. So he called me later and he was just like, you know, yeah, you know, you right. And I'm gonna have a conversation with her, blah, 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 whatever. And I don't know if it was him in hopes that he thought that we was gonna cultivate something or something like that. And I was like, I was like, yeah, y'all need to talk, because I was like, you know what I'm saying? I said, it's clear that you guys obviously are not communicating well. I said, because if you still want to be with her, she still want to be with you, then you guys obviously need to talk. Just talk about what you guys need from each other. What do you need from each other in order for you guys to grow, for you guys to be able to, you know what I'm saying, respect each other, for you to be able to want to say, you know, because again, he was talking about how, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, she's not intimate with him, and you know, she doesn't, you know, he desires intimacy, and she's like, no. And I'm like, well, it's clear that obviously you guys are not on the same page. But I said, but have y'all talked about it? Have you talked about what you need? Have you talked about what she needs, what she desires? Like, have you guys talked? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's clear that, you know what I'm saying, y'all not talking unless you just rapping. Unless you just saying that, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. And so the next morning I got a text and he was like, I just want to let you know that, you know what I'm saying, we had a conversation last night or whatever. And I didn't even reply back to the text or whatever. And then I just blocked him. Like, I just blocked him. So I was like, I'm not. But before I blocked him, that was like the night before, I was like, listen, I was like, to be all the way real with you, like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, well, at least can I call you? And so, you know, we can be friends. But I was like, to be all the way frank with you, like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm looking for. And I'm not trying to add no extra karma onto what I'm doing because to entertain you, to talk to you. Like, yeah, you seem cool. And I said, and I said, granted, and I'm so grateful for the interaction. I'm grateful for the interaction because, again, for me, it just showed me where I am. You know what I'm saying? It showed me just like how much I've grown. It showed me just, again, me following my intuition. You know what I'm saying? Me understanding just, you know, the power in not being so oblivious, right, to what's going on around you, right, to what's being shown to you, you know what I mean? And so, like I told myself, I appreciate the encounter because, you know what I'm saying, again, it was a moment for me to reflect just where my standards and where I stand, but also too to give you some knowledge, to give you some game on just really, like, you know, how you should be showing up, especially at your big age. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I ended up blocking him or whatever. And then, but it was just interesting because it was just like, wow, like, you'll be surprised how many people fall for that. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised how many people are lonely, you know what I'm saying? And don't want to do the work, you know what I'm saying? And it was just interesting because, like I said, he's 50 years old, but it was like, it was interesting because it was like, dang, at 50, you still can't be by yourself. You don't even know what it's like to be by yourself. You will go crazy being by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I was just like, wow, it's amazing. Like, you know, people out here be wilding. They be wilding, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I just want to share that little story time with you because it was just like crazy that, you know, people be out here just listening, cutting up, you know what I'm saying? But I said all that to say, though, you know what I'm saying? Just do not like, stand for what you stand for, you know what I'm saying? And don't fall for anything else. Stand what you stand for, you know what I mean? And be clear about it, you know what I mean? Because there was times in my past where I wasn't clear about what I wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have guy friends or whatever, and you know, they made it perfectly clear that they wasn't ready for no situation, but I still engaged. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, then you get mad when, you know what I'm saying, you just all this time y'all hang out, whatever, and then when they get with somebody or they do whatever they want to do, it's kind of like, well, he told you. He told you that he just wanted to be friends. He told you that he wasn't looking for nothing serious. So how you gonna get mad now? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was that or whatever. But you know, I said all that to say, though, like, you know what I'm saying, just, like, be clear about your intentions. Be clear about what you're looking for. Be clear about what you want in your life, you know what I'm saying, and then act accordingly. That's it, you know what I'm saying? And like I told him, I was appreciative of his honesty, but at this point, he couldn't lie, because I seen right through the shit. I seen right through it, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, boy, like, I was definitely sending him, like, you should know better than that. You should know better. But you know what I'm saying? I just want to share that little story time with y'all. And you know, I just hope that, you know, you found some humor in some lessons in that, right? And yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, y'all be easy.